All right, guys, good morning to everybody. Today is the 29th of April, 2026. CRAZII Global Market Talk with KEL. CRAZII anytime, anywhere. Now, every morning we take this time to share stuff with you. But of course, depending on my schedule, if I'm traveling or I have classes or I'm meeting, then we will not have this market outlook. So kindly understand this. Yeah, I'm doing my best whenever I can. So today my meeting is at in about 45 minutes time. So I quickly slot in one slot for us to do the sharing. Hope you will appreciate it. Right, thank you very much. All right, before that itself, disclaimer apply as usual. Please do your risk management whenever you are trading. This is very, very important. Okay, so what is the fundamental news at the moment right now for the market? Let's take a look. Now, first of all, what we can see is that there is some shock news coming. UAE, United Arab Emirates, right, shocked the OPEC by exiting from there on the 1st of May. Yes, they are exiting OPEC. So what's the reason? Well, there are a few reasons ongoing. Let me just bring it to you. Okay. All right. The UAE is second only to Saudi Arabia when it comes to spare production capacity. So it's in. Oh, oops. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. So suddenly for this UAE to actually exit from OPEC is really not a very comforting one. And of course, that will definitely increase the concern for the supply in the market. Because there's a good reason for that. Let me just bring it to you. All right, because after weeks of missile and drone barrage by fellow Iran and the terrain attacks on the shipping industry of Hormuz has constrained the UAE oil export, threatening the foundation of its economy. So basically, in short itself, trying to say that because of all what's happening right now, he doesn't feel that it's supposed to be in OPEC anymore. And then because of that, they said to leave. So they are not constrained by the production numbers. So because of that, that basically makes a little bit of concern. But apparently, they say that it will not affect. All right, the thing they say that it's nothing much. Yes, indeed, we didn't see much oil price movement after that. But then again, uh, some analysts says that this is just only the beginning. So not too sure whether it will impact or not. Now, Jamie Dimon, as usual, this is the JP Morgan guy who will tell you there's a lot of crisis happening, but then again, he will be buying shares. He will get his team to buy shares on the other side. So this guy, I don't really trust what he says, okay? But we definitely know that the bond market is definitely having an issue right now because think about this, US can keep on borrowing money from the world, but the people who are borrowing them, lending the money to them is getting less and lesser. China is not lending. Japan has stopped buying. China, some countries are not buying too. So definitely that will be a concern on the bond price in the time to come. Now, oil price have been staying above $100 over the last few days, and that tells you a lot of what is happening right now. Now, Trump is dissatisfied with the Iran proposal to open Hormuz. That is definitely for sure. No need to bother, okay? So that is what we have for the fundamental. Now we are approaching month of May. That means that we are going to see the new federal chief coming in. And usually when a new Fed chief come in, the market will sell initially. Yeah, so take note of that. Okay, that is the fundamental. Let's look at the technical and see whether can we see it smoothly. Wow, it is beautiful. Okay, so let's see the market right now. Now, gold this morning, opening price is 45.93. MLP is above. So by right, with the gold price below MLP, by default, the market should be a sell. Okay, by default, yeah. Then the KSI is red. The KCX is blue. So on, I thought I mute everybody, right? Just mute again. Okay. All right. So by default itself, right, the market should come down today. Should, yeah? But you know yesterday what happened, right? Yesterday we called for sell on gold and gold just came all the way down. Now gold has been sideways for many days and that's why it frustrated many people. And as usual, when people get frustrated, they leave the market. Now yesterday, I know a lot of friends, they didn't trade on gold because they felt as they're so upset. They feel that, hey, market KL, the market is a red candle and the KSI is red, how come the price doesn't go down? And in fact, itself is so resilient, it's going sideways. So a lot of my friends yesterday didn't trade and expected when they don't trade, the market move. Okay, it's not a personal thing. The market don't look at personal, but the market knows what you're thinking. And when the market is sideways, a lot of people will always think that the system is lousy or they feel that the system is wrong, but they don't understand that you need time for things to happen. Anyway, so yesterday when the market breaks below OP, we keep on selling. Yeah, we keep on selling. And we know that the market will cover the KEL over here, which is covered. And there was a ongoing saying that it may come to this KEL. Now, why I didn't put this level? Because it's too far away. And second, I don't think in the same day the market will reach there. And more importantly, is this guy, MA 200. Now, MA 200 is a moving average 200 weighted. And it's a very, very, very strong moving average. Okay, so in case you don't know how strong it is, now since the internet is quite good, I try to share this with you. Yeah, you see how it goes. Yeah. Okay, let me just clear the screen first. So you see, I put in gold. I put in the gold price right now. Okay, and then after that, I insert the moving average of 200. Okay, I do it live for you, 200, and I do it linear weighted, right? Because there's 4. I use the lowest one, and this is the strongest one, and I put OK, right? Now everyone take a look. Okay, someone's drawing my line again. Okay, so let's take a look, guys. This is how the moving average really work, and you can see that over the course of time, okay, that the market always rebound set the moving average MA 200. Can you see now? So that's what we have here, very strong since 2024. The MA 200 is a very strong weighted moving average, okay, and that's how players have been buying. And of course, you look at here itself. We saw on this particular day, it smashed below it, then it recovered, it smashed below it, it recovered and stayed strong, and then bang, went up. Okay, so now are we seeing the same thing? Yes, we are seeing the same thing. Okay, so CRAZII is not a system whereby we just forsake traditional indicator. It's just that we put it, make it easier for you to understand, so you will exercise what you're supposed to do. Okay. So now the thing is this, as long as the market stays above the moving average, no problem, the market will most likely recover. But because of the selling recently, all right, I don't think it will do immediately. There's a very high chance the market will go sideways for a few days, or something like that, before we make a final decision. Okay, so got it? So don't expect the market to bottom out here immediately. It will actually go sideways for a few days. Then after that, we will see some movement. Okay, so that is how the moving average works. So of course, you will ask then, why do we put on the right side? Because that is make things easier for us and won't be, affected by that. Okay. So you can see over here right now that the market now is staying above the MA 200, which was supported it yesterday. Hence, therefore, if gold stays above OP, most likely it will go back up again to test the KTR +1. All right, where is KTR +1? Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. The internet is good today, so I can do more with you. Really smooth here, you can see that. Okay, so first of all, this morning, the gold was sideways in the morning, then it broke OP. All right, so if you sell here, nothing wrong because you're following the script. Now, as the price goes down, all is good. Okay, nothing is wrong. All right, then after that, there's a KCX at the bottom blinking. Then I look at the market. I saw the first problem here. We have the blue diamond. And then after that, we have the 4 diamond. So blue 4 diamond combined together, usually it's a market bottom and the price went up. Okay, so it went up first. Understand, I make some money over here. Now I was anticipating for the gold price to stay above KTR +1 because that is the minimum. But we also saw that it stopped here itself, just telling you that the market is still got some resilient forces. Then as the price goes down, that's where I get a little bit more happy a little bit because I see what I want to see. When I see price come down, when the market stays above OP and the KSI is green, usually, okay, not 100%, usually this is the market bottom side. So as long as the market stay up above the OP, I think the upside is still there. Okay, if the market stay above OP, the upside is still there. So there's still a very good chance to see KTR 4612 get done. Okay, it's still a possible at the moment right now. 4612 is still very possible. Okay, got it. So that is what you need to watch out for later on, as long as the market stays over there. Right, yield. Okay, stop drawing on my screen. Okay, yield from Indonesia, if I'm not wrong. Okay, all right. Okay, so that is the gold price for today. Now, Dow Jones today, we have an incredible triple doji. Oh my God. Now, I've not seen this before. Okay, I have triple doji side by side. As a matter of fact, it's the fourth doji within 5 trading days. That's why the market is squeezing very tightly. Now, there is a lot of ongoing rumors saying that because the CTA, which is the commercials, are now trying to press the market down to buy up later. So there's ongoing rumors saying that the market will go down first, then go up, which I think is very possible, judging from the two MA. Now, normally the MA30 and MA200, they are quite far away. But today, it's getting closer and closer and closer. So as the M2 MA get very close to each other, that means that the market is going to go to big movement very soon. Because the two moving average itself is also not too sure where the market is going to go. That's why the two of them come together like a hamburger, right? So there is a potential that the market may sell down first. Why? Because the KSI is red. So if the market sell down first, then I think I will look to buy at the bottom. Okay. Now, triple doji means that the opening price is going to be very important decider. So if the market stay above OP, above KTR +1, you go for the buy side. But if the market stay below OP and go below KTR -1, then you go for the sell side. Okay, this is very important for doji traders. Yeah, you take note of that. Okay. Now look at the next market. It will be the oil. Now oil price is still moving higher, and I've been calling for buy. We bought some oil around here and here yesterday and the day before. And why? Because it's very clear we have a downtrend, but the KSI is green and the yellow candle is there. So that's why we buy. That's the first thing we are looking at. Now, more important thing is that you look at the chart, if you look at it, when the market is actually on the uptrend, okay, the red candle cluster is important. So you can see that the red cluster closing price, the lowest closing is here. All right, the highest closing is here. Sorry, my bad. Then the highest closing for here is over here. So this is really a divergence on the upside. So by right, if the oil price goes up, it should be heading back to 105 again. So 10, I believe KCB here. On here. The KCB here is 10459. So I think more likely 104.59 would be my personal target for oil this round. 104.59. Yeah. So guys, if you're going to buy some oil, 104.59 will be a level that you can consider to take some profit. You don't buy, you buy above OP. Okay. OP today is 101.27. So wait for OP first, then you buy. I think that'll be better. Okay. All right, gold coming down a little bit, staying at 4599, 4600 flat area. Yeah. Okay, so that is the oil market, and then of course the internet is good. Let me just pinch my luck a little bit, and I'll show you this market called Bitcoin. All right, now Bitcoin today we have a clear CCYR color change, yellow to red. All right, but the KSI is green, the KCX is black, so the market is kind of positive right now. So basically now you can see it's pressured by the MA200 on the top side and then supported by the MA230 at the downside. So what does it mean? It basically tells you that the market now is what we consider it as the market is compressed. Okay, because the short term is still bullish, the long term is still bearish, it's compressed. So the market will go sideways at this moment right now. The market will go sideways, yeah? Okay. So if the market goes sideways, then what should we do? We just have to follow the OP for our status. So if the market stays above OP, we should be looking to buy. Okay, what's the KSI is green? Okay, all right, KSI is green to buy. Just give a minute. There's a lot of messages coming in as usual. When I go move, people will text me, ask me, KL, what's your view and stuff like that. And I will tell them the same thing again. Please follow the chart. Okay. All right. Okay, so what happened is that the market now for Bitcoin, there's MLP that is here. Now, the MLP today and the pivot one is very nearby. Okay, you see that? So if the market can break above OP and above pivot one, then the buying will come in. All right, but the thing is this, if the Strait of Hormuz, the current situation is not getting any better, assets like Bitcoin and gold will have some selling pressure because of the inflation worries as usual. Yeah. So this one you need to take note. It's very, very important. Now, so if you're buying oil, then you shouldn't be buying gold, if you ask me. Right. That's how I see it. If you are trading in the market, then you better be careful on a little bit of the relationship between the both of them. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is my view on Bitcoin. So I'm not very keen to do anything for Bitcoin today. All right, the next market that I'm watching very closely, it will be on the Japan market. Now, Japan market is trying to hover above 60,000, but it failed. And now we have it coming down, and the KSI is green. So by default, all looks good. But if the market starts to really sell and break below OP, Nikkei can come back down all the way here to 58,000. Now, basically, Japan market, I don't think the economy can take it anymore. The inflation is very, very high at the moment right now. So I suspect that this is going to be last hooray before the market come down. Of course, it can be stimulated by the US market, but I also think US market now has hit a standstill point. I don't think that it will go up too much. So Nikkei, I think to go down to 58,000, it is very, very possible. So right there, 58,000 for Nikkei. So where are we now? We're 59,000. So we're looking at how much? We're looking at about 1,100, 200 points downside on the Nikkei. Okay, so that is my view for today. Today seems really not an easy day. We just had to go slow a little bit, trade with care. KEL signing off. Take care today. Great internet. Bye-bye.